The stars above Earth glimmered like scattered jewels. Most humans never thought about what lay beyond their own solar system, busy with their daily lives, their cities, and their dreams. Yet far beyond their skies, in a distant sector of the galaxy, a force unlike any Earth had ever imagined approached. A fleet of the Galactic Empire, a civilization known for conquering worlds and crushing entire species without mercy. For centuries, the Empire had expanded across star systems, enslaving those they considered weak. They had heard rumors of humans, a small, unpredictable species from a blue planet. To them, humans were insignificant, weak, and unworthy of serious attention. That was a mistake they were about to discover. The first glimpse, in the control room of the Empire's scout ship, Commander Val stared at the holographic image of Earth. Pathetic, Val said, his voice echoing in the sterile room. A planet that barely developed spaceflight, and they call themselves intelligent. His subordinate, Lieutenant Kor, nodded. Their technology is primitive, Commander. They won't know what hit them, Val smirked. Prepare the probes. I want full reconnaissance before the fleet arrives. Meanwhile, on Earth, Dr. Amina Shah was examining unusual energy patterns detected in the outer solar system. Satellites had picked up strange pulses, signals that no human technology could explain. She frowned. This doesn't make sense. The readings are too regular, almost like something is scanning us. Her colleague, Lieutenant Marco Reyes, leaned over her shoulder. Are you saying aliens? Amina didn't answer. She stared at the data. If these signals were what she thought, humanity might be about to face something far bigger than any natural disaster or political conflict. First contact. 3 days later, a single alien warship entered Earth's orbit. Unlike anything humanity had ever seen, the ship was massive, its sleek surface reflecting sunlight like liquid metal. It hovered above the Pacific Ocean, sending down scanning beams that sliced through clouds and waves alike. Military satellites tracked it instantly. Fighter jets scrambled, but the pilots had no idea what they were facing. Communications officers tried contacting the ship in every frequency, every language, and every method. There was no response. Then Val's voice boomed across Earth's communication systems. In perfect English, it said, "Humans of Earth, we are the Galactic Empire. Do not resist. Surrender your planet and your technology. Compliance will ensure your survival. Resistance will be..." Unpleasant. For a moment, the world froze. Governments argued, scientists panicked, and ordinary citizens watched the sky in awe and terror. But humans were not a species to give up easily. Human ingenuity, Admiral Leonard Hayes stood on the deck of a converted orbital station, looking at the alien ship. They think they can intimidate us with words and sighs. They have no idea what humans are capable of, he muttered to his officers. Within hours, Earth launched its first defense. Satellites and space stations were repurposed into a network to track the alien ship's movements. Civilian engineers and tech experts were drafted to aid the military, creating makeshift weapons, jamming signals, and deploying decoys. One scientist, Dr. Amina Shah, suggested using an electromagnetic pulse to disable the ship's scanners temporarily. It might only give us a few minutes, but that's enough to test their weaknesses, she explained. Admiral Hayes nodded. Do it, we have no time to waste. The pulse went out. For a few tense moments, the alien ship faltered. Lights flickered along its hull and sensors went offline. Humans cheered, but the alien commanders were unfazed. Val's eyes narrowed. Curious, he said. They are weak, yes, but remarkably persistent. Interesting, very interesting. Small victories, the next days were filled with skirmishes. Human fighter jets darted like swarms of wasps, dodging energy beams from the alien ship. Satellites disrupted communications and sensors, forcing the aliens to rely on limited visual guidance. On the ground, people watched broadcasts of their military's clever tactics. Ordinary citizens offered ideas, and even students in universities contributed by modeling simulations. The world, united against a single threat, showcased ingenuity, cooperation, and courage unlike any the Empire had ever seen. But the Empire was learning too. Every time humans adapted, Val took notes. Every time humans improvised, he adjusted his strategies. This species, he muttered to Kor, is more dangerous than we imagined. They lack technology, yet they fight as if they own the stars. Foreshadowing the battle by the end of the week, the Empire had called for reinforcements, a massive fleet unlike anything humanity had faced. Earth's defenses were growing, but so was the tension. Leaders on Earth gathered to strategize. Admiral Hayes addressed the council, his tone grave but resolute. We cannot defeat them in a head-on battle. But we don't need to. We will use their arrogance against them. Humans survive not because they are the strongest, but because they are clever, adaptable, and united. That will be our weapon, Dr. Shaw added. They underestimate us. That is the advantage we have. One mistake, one miscalculation, and the Empire will realize, too late, that humans are not what they expected. As night fell across the planet, the alien fleet emerged on Earth's horizon, a sea of ships glinting in the sunlight, stretching beyond the sight of the eye. Humanity watched, prepared for the storm to come. Cliffhanger ending. The first part ends with the aliens confident in victory, and humans readying their unconventional defense. The Empire believes they are about to crush a weak, primitive species, but Earth's leaders, scientists, and civilians know one truth. Humans survive and humans fight back, often in ways the enemy cannot predict. Val looked down at the blue planet below and said quietly, almost to himself, "This will be easy." And yet, I sensed something strange. A sense of determination and hope settled over Earth. The battle for survival was only beginning, and the true nature of humanity's strength had yet to be revealed. The alien fleet stretched across Earth's skies like a dark ocean of metal. Millions of humans looked up at the gleaming ships, their hearts pounding, unsure whether to hope or fear. But the fear did not last long. Humanity had always faced impossible odds and had always found a way forward. On the ground, Admiral Leonard Hayes stood at the Central Command, scanning the incoming alien forces on his holographic display. "They think they will crush us," he said. "But they forget one thing. Humans are not predictable, and we are never defeated until we say we are." Beside him, Dr. Amina Shah and her team finalized a series of defense networks. Satellites were arranged in new formations. Civilian spacecraft were armed with makeshift weapons, and space stations were rigged as decoys. Every human effort counted, every mind, every hand, every idea. The first strike at dawn. The Empire's fleet descended closer to Earth. Massive ships hovered above the planet, their cannons aimed ready to fire. Val, commanding from his flagship, spoke to his fleet. "Destroy their defenses. Show them why they should never have defied us. Sweep this world clean of resistance." But humans were ready. At exactly 600 hours, Earth's satellites fired their first strike. Not weapons powerful enough to destroy, but perfectly designed to disrupt. Electromagnetic pulses rippled across the sky, temporarily blinding the alien sensors. Human fighters darted through the chaos. Small squads of ships weaved between the alien vessels, launching precise attacks at weak points discovered by Earth's scientists. Every strike was calculated, every movement unpredictable. Val frowned. "These creatures, they fight differently from anything we have seen." Adaptation and courage. Ingenuity overpower human ingenuity became the fleet's biggest threat. Civilian engineers in orbit used cargo ships to carry improvised explosives, weaving them through narrow gaps in the alien fleet. Satellites projected decoy signals, making the Empire waste firepower on empty space. Dr. Shaw directed a human team from Earth's orbital command center. "We can predict their targeting sequence," she said. "If we send drones in this pattern, we can disable at least 2 of their heavy ships." Admiral Hayes nodded. "Do it, every ship counts." The plan worked flawlessly. 2 massive alien battleships were crippled, their weapons offline. Humans cheered, but there was no time to celebrate. The Empire had hundreds of ships left. The human spirit shines on the ground. People watched as humanity stood united. Soldiers, pilots, scientists, engineers, and ordinary citizens worked together, communicating and supporting each other in a way that no alien fleet could have anticipated. Even small actions made a difference. Civilians guided satellites, monitored energy pulses, and calculated trajectories. Every human contribution amplified the collective strength. In one daring operation, a group of human pilots flew directly into the alien formation, drawing fire while hidden teams deployed EMP drones. The alien ships faltered, their systems overloaded. Val could barely believe his eyes. How do they keep finding ways to fight us?" he whispered. Kor shook his head. "They are persistent. Too persistent, turning the tide. The battle raged for days. Humanity, though outgunned, was never outsmarted. Every time the Empire tried to press forward with brute force, humans adapted. They learned the aliens' strategies, exploited weak points, and used unexpected tactics to gain the upper hand. Admiral Hayes addressed his crew. "This is not just a fight for survival. This is a fight for who we are. Remember, the Empire may be stronger, but they lack something humans have: creativity, courage, and unity. Use it. Show them why we are not to be underestimated." Dr. Shah added, "Every miscalculation they make is our chance. We have to stay ahead, think faster, and never stop." And humanity did exactly that. The Empire's Shockval convened a meeting with his top commanders. Their fleet was massive, their technology far beyond anything humans could hope to match. But the humans kept winning. "These creatures," Ball said, his voice low and tense, "they are impossible. They should be broken, yet they fight as if their lives and their planet depend on every action." "Perhaps they are stronger than we thought," Kor frowned. "Commander, we have thousands of ships. We should crush them." Val shook his head. "They are unpredictable. Their unity, their improvisation, it is unlike anything we have seen. Every time we attack, they adapt faster than we anticipate. We underestimated them. This was a mistake." For the first time, the Empire realized that Earth was not just another planet to conquer. Humans were something else entirely, a species that could survive, adapt, and fight back against impossible odds. A daring plan, Admiral Hayes and Dr. Shah devised a final plan. They would use the largest human satellite network to launch a coordinated strike directly at the Empire's command ship, the brain of the fleet. If it went down, the entire formation would lose coordination, giving humanity a chance to drive the rest of the fleet away. The operation required precision. Every ship, drone, and satellite had to act in perfect harmony. Ordinary humans on the ground monitored energy flows, calculated timing, and relayed instructions to pilots in orbit. At the critical moment, the strike began. Humans launched waves of drones, satellites fired EMP bursts, and fighter ships weaved through alien defenses. Energy shields flickered, weapon systems jammed, and chaos spread across the Empire's fleet. Ball's flagship shook violently. "Impossible," he growled. "They cannot do this." But they did. Victory and respect. The human strike succeeded beyond expectation. The Empire's command ship was critically damaged. Without central coordination, the alien fleet became disorganized. Ships collided, retreated, and faltered under the relentless human counterattacks. Admiral Hayes addressed his team. "Today, humanity has shown that strength is not just in numbers or technology. Strength is in courage, unity, and creativity. Remember this. This is what makes us human." The Empire, battered and humiliated, retreated. Fall looked down at Earth one last time before his fleet jumped to hyperspace. This species," he whispered, "is dangerous. They are nothing like we imagined. We will remember this mistake." Humanity cheered, not in arrogance but in relief and pride. They had survived against impossible odds. They had defended their planet with intelligence, ingenuity, and courage. A new understanding, in the aftermath, Earth's leaders addressed their people. "Today, humanity has proven that we are capable of facing anything. We are clever, we are united, and we are strong. Let this be a reminder. No force, however powerful, can take away our spirit if we stand together." Dr. Shah smiled at her team. "We didn't just survive," she said. "We showed the galaxy what humans are truly capable of, and far beyond Earth, the Empire would never forget." Humans were no longer a species to dismiss. They were clever, daring, and unstoppable when pushed to the edge. The galaxy had learned a lesson that would echo across the stars. Never underestimate humanity. The sky was calm once more. Stars shimmered as if celebrating the triumph of ingenuity, courage, and unity. Humanity had faced the impossible and emerged victorious, stronger, wiser, and ready for whatever the universe might throw at them next.